Hi people, welcome to another video. um 30 Days of Insight series. This is Marlene. um so yeah, what do we talk about today? um the last video I made was about completing the goals or the dreams and visions that we have set for ourselves. Why don't we do that? um I feel like there is, if I have to think about the physical experience of losing momentum, it literally feels like you are an inflated tire and the air is slowly being let out of you. It's actually, I feel it like a physical weakening within my body. And so I suppose that's where the saying, um, the wind gets let out of your sails, because it literally feels like whatever, kept you buoyant is slowly being depleted. Um, and so I think the other reason is as well, yes, there might be fear, there might be a lack of confidence as to whether we are able to achieve the goal that we've set. But there's also, I think, another element of um, what do I do when I get there? What do I do when I get to the finish line? Am I ready? Am I able to, am I the person I purport myself to be? And so there's almost a fear of getting there, and then also there's a fear of, do I have the ability, the skills, the resources to do what it takes to get to the end, or to the finish line? But I've been doing a lot of inner work. I've come to terms with a lot of my shadow elements, and I've not sure if I've come completely to terms with them, but at least I'm aware that I do have shadow elements, and that I can engage with them differently than I have before. And I think before I used to basically just duck and run. Now I at least have a way of engaging, having a conversation almost with my shadow elements, um, and uncovering little bit by little bit what the opportunity, what the power, what the strength might be that is hidden behind this aspect of myself that I've been unwilling to face. And so one of those aspects is really seeing myself as a powerful person, even though the goals and ambitions I set for myself speak to ambitions of power and influence. I didn't realize for a long time that I had a belief that I really am not powerful, and that being in a powerful position is actually an undesirable um, um, state. So on the one hand, I was hoping, dreaming, wishing, working towards elevating myself. But on the other hand, subconsciously, I was actually afraid of what would be required of me should I reach that, that place that I'm aspiring to. And so I think that when we find ourselves losing momentum on the road to achieving, maybe that is an element that we can also investigate. What part of me believes that I am not ready, I'm not worthy, I'm not the type of person who deserves whatever the goal or the position or the ambition is that I'm striving for, because subconsciously we might be sabotaging ourselves from reaching the goal, even though consciously we are doing all these activities and efforts to get there. And so, yeah, I suppose it's a lot more complicated and complex than, just find the right motivation and just draw up a proper plan and strategy and, just do it. And I think that I also need to have some grace with myself, and just be more gentle with myself. Recognize that yes, I will um, stumble, I will slow down, but that doesn't mean that I have stopped. I can always pick up again. I can always um, pick up from where I've left off. Um, and losing momentum or slowing down or stopping for a day or two doesn't mean that's the end of my ambition. Um, it just means that I've taken my eye off the ball, but I need to bring myself back, and I need to um, re-establish myself in that position of the identity that I am aiming to realize in the physical world. So I hope that this message blesses you and it gives you something to think about as you journey towards your own goals and ambitions. And have a lovely day.